And again, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to shoot something in 8 days, package it, and
Yeah. But
how does that work in terms
yeah,
of the quality?
but nakhona lapho like if because he funded this. I mean, they funded this themselves, right? So usually my production company they don't really have enough money to stretch production for
Longer days.
longer. Yeah. So, but I would have loved for them to just cut out a lot from this.
But
It would have
also,
been easier to shoot.
because
Yeah.
now when you look at the number of days they shot it, wouldn't it feel like it's microwaved to some people? So we watched Ipiano Love on Netflix. Production company Black Brain. They've been doing amazing things over the last few years. So this is their first Netflix film.
Yeah, because they've done a lot of TV.
Amazing
Yeah,
content.
So
The-
that's fun. Yeah.
Mandla N.
Yeah.
So Piano Love, basically the storyline is we have Usipo, who is a rapper, hip hop artist. Obviously, with what's happening in the music industry in the country, where Amapiano are very popular.
Yeah.
Some people even jump ship from doing this genre and making Amapiano.
Little Casper and your verse.
Yeah.
Is
So
it Reason, the other one? Reason. Yeah, now Reason now is doing. Yeah, that's Reason.
yeah.
Is it?
I think it's Reason, yeah.
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 So we have Usipo, who's
Yeah.
making hip hop.
And Rato.
And it's gonna be
And
trying
these
to
two characters.
so making hip hop music. But now as studio it's very difficult now because he's the only one that's making this music, so they want to push him into doing Amapiano. Obviously he leaves. And then we have Lerato, who's going to dance academy type of thing. Roommate yakhe, she hosts a party, there's drugs involved, kids.
Yeah.
So they suspend her because Ugel snitched. Uba,
She was the one using
she
the
was the
drugs
one doing the drugs.
during that party.
Yes. And then she got suspended.
And she was not the one.
No, she was not the one.
Okay.
We as the viewers, we saw who's the wrong person.
Yeah, she was
in
not
this
the
case.
one using them.
Yes. So she was not the one. So they suspend her. And then she goes back home to stay with Mama. And now...
So they're both going back home.
Yeah, so they are both...
And,
they're down and out.
They're going home.
So we're following their journey where they respectively
Yeah.
have to meet at some point and also eventually fall in love, and then they push this life thing together. So we have characters like Sipo's uncle, played by Ubabu Begisbia. We have Biblos, whom I
Biblos,
thought Biblos, whom
yeah.
I thought played by Peter
yeah.
Mashiko, whom I thought
he seems to be the villain of the story.
yes, villain of the story, the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
Who seems like une interest kuma galerato initially. And then we have Uskumbuzo, which is Biblos' goons.
Yes,
but now we cousin Asipo.
Yeah.
So Sipo is back
son
in Kasi.
to the uncle, yeah.
Yes. So Sipo is back in Kasi. Obviously he has to make a way to make money. Yeah. So wrong crowd. This side we have Ukel staying at home.
Yeah.
Biblos sees an opportunity.
Yeah.
And then helps her taking the studio and
yeah, because uthanda shows uthanda abantu abancane.
Yeah. And then so that's the basically how the storyline is. So we're gonna have tragedy, drama, love.
Yeah.
Yeah, bo. So basically it's a storyline. So it's something that does happen.
Yeah.
In reality, especially for women in the industry, things that they do to further their careers.
To get to somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. So what do you think about the storyline?
I mean, the storyline to me, I feel like it was a bit ambitious. I think there was a lot happening in the story. Yeah, so that's how I feel. If maybe it was a series, maybe they could have packaged some of these stories that they have in this Gahle. But mind you, what I'm seeing there, it was just too much, and we couldn't digest some of it, or some of it was undercooked as well. Some of the stories, like the beginning part, the opening scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the opening scene where this one gets fired from the record label, Sipho, and then Lerato gets expelled from school for the drugs. That story there, we didn't get enough time to at least enjoy their current career, because they were living their dreams before the downfall, right? Before
seeing her fully immersed into their dance academy.
Yeah, so at least they should have spent maybe at least 15 minutes of the story just showing us that, because it's two characters. So so showing us how happy he is, he's fine with his career, he's happy with making hip hop, with the music. Lerato Ngalana also happy with school,
thriving before they fall.
Yeah. So and then we see their fall, right? So I think that was also a bit rushed as well.
So the opening scene, I think for me was also chaotic, very chaotic. There was a lot of things that were happening.
Okay, yeah.
So I thought, since it's about like music, relationship, the opening scene, we have Sipho seeing this amazing career in studio, recording properly. Actually, this is crazy. Imagine if Usenzo Kwesta or Sipho was in a studio session with uThabsi with their biggest song.
Tabs. Oh yeah, the song.
Oh my gosh, it would have been fire.
Yeah, so that
fire. We see them making music, and also uThabsi, with your
maybe they couldn't buy the song or get rights to the song.
I would have opened the opening scene in Piano Love with that song, Tabsi, Kwesta in the studio, cooking the song in the booth, that vibe. And then we also, at the same time, cut into see Lerato's life fully in the dance studios. And now we also have to understand what kind of dancing can she do. Is she diverse? Is she versatile? Or is she strictly amapiano?
But she's but it looked like contemporary, that thing that she was doing.
She did some contemporary, because I don't know how people get into dance studios. What's the process like? I would love to see the process.
Yeah, teach us something.
Is she first year, second year, like all that
the
shit.
dance industry. Yeah.
And also from that studio session, and then we cut into her girl, maybe with the song merging together type of thing, but Pile parallel lives. I think the weak reaction is when he came back from being kicked out.
Yes.
And then there were fans. The fans that were like, you know what I think? If there was a beautiful lady, these beautiful women that wanted to be with him before he was famous.
Before he was famous.
And then the guy leaves, and then he's famous, and then he comes back home, and then the lady's like, something like that. That girl that is like, okay, now you're back, now what? Because that fans' reaction, oh my gosh, that was cringe. And let's talk about the scene where we have Sipho in the car, discouraging crime.
Yeah.
Jiggy.
Him
and Biblos.
Yeah, he seems not to wash. What do you call
wishy-washy?
Wishy-washy. Because he said that maybe more than 4 times in the whole movie.
My goodness.
Good say he doesn't want. He doesn't want that. He said that. And then he joined them. They did the crime.
Wow.
And right after the crime, when Biblos was shouting at everyone, good say, hey, you robbed the wrong store. He said it again. Good say, I need a life here. What? And then later in the movie, when Bakoshumdu and Skolwe. Yeah. He goes back futhi ucela uBiblos ukuthi amnethe. So wishy-washy. So that that's why I was saying I don't know if I said it in this video, but it doesn't seem it's a linear story, right? It's a linear story. You can tell it's starting from
This is
beginning
where we
to
should
end.
be going.
But it looks, it seems or feels even non-linear. Because so between a linear story and a non-linear story is when what Umuntu is gonna wake up in the morning,
Yes.
right? Ageze, wear your clothes, maybe have some bit of breakfast, and then go to work. Or we just show you at work, and then you have a flashback where when you wake up, maybe you're leaving a wallet, maybe you left your wallet or something. You remember you left a wallet, and then we show that. Then that story is non-linear because we're going back and forth.
I think that's what they tried to do with the opening scene.
But
But obviously
seems,
didn't land.
Yeah, this one seems it's a linear story, but it, for some reason,
And I have to say, I
there's
blame
some
the writers.
non-linearness there.
I blame the writers because they did not do much research on the character of Sipho, because there's no motivation. That Puba that my wallet is dry. There's nothing. I have to join Biblos. There was no motive, none.
Yeah.
You just decided, let me just chill with our Biblos. Maybe I'll get some money.
Yeah. So,
there was no motive there. And
yeah,
I also wished.
Yeah, Yona, it wasn't.
You know, and I also wanted, like, even the character of Sipho's cousin. I wish that guy was a bit older, matured.
Yeah, Sipho's cousin. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, umfana. Yeah.
Yabona lama genga la sekasi la umuntu omdala.
Yeah.
But akana direction.
Yeah, uncle ehlala ku back room. Yeah.
Uyile uncle that's young, a young looking uncle but matured.
Yeah.
He looks rough.
Yeah, warusa sekhaya.
Yeah. Sikhumbuzo. Because Dr. Sikhumbuzo.
Yeah.
Like Skumba, you know?
A character that's a bit older. Yeah.
Like Skumba. I actually think of Skumba now. Skumba would have been perfect there as well.
Yeah. So we spoke about the dialogue. The dialogue exactly on the way by Balenga corner.
There was too much, and there are scenes where sometimes you just don't need a dialogue. You just need characters to look at each other, give them body language, the eye, the look, something. Yeah. There was too much dialogue, especially that woman, the baby mama.
I hope baby mama.
The baby mama. Can you also note Black Brain, the editor? They had some typo there.
The typo.
Yeah. That scene up was Chonchela. It's steel.
That happens. It happens to me sometimes.
I know. I know. Your thing is not on Netflix.
Okay, yeah.
Platform.
I wasn't doing it for Netflix.
Levels, because if you're putting something out, I think the editing life should not be rushed.
Yeah.
There has to be many people, because there's no way if C5 we're watching the post-production, no one noticed that.
We didn't see the boom, so if we don't see a boom,
thank God for that.
Yeah, it's fine.
And as we were watching it, there were scenes where I felt like this would have been a perfect music video. Remember that scene when he was writing music? Ulerat is at the hospital after being shot.
Yeah.
Even though there's no bullet. Anyway, that's a story for another day.
Mara was making noise at her hospital, so I don't know if it's not allowed, right? So
if it's public,
we was singing.
Public hospitals. It's fine.
I was singing in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, maybe this is our closing.
No, it's not closing. I have a lot to say.
Okay. So you have a lot to say.
I have a lot to say.
So okay, yeah. But you have to find some positive, right?
I'll end with the positives.
Okay.
Things that I liked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I was saying, this movie, I didn't see the struggle of Lerato and Sipho trying to get back on the horse or to get back to the top.
Yeah, they didn't struggle.
I do not see the struggle at all, because she never said to us that she was looking for a dance studio. She didn't say anything about that, but Biblos Manje is getting her a studio.
And also, like, what motivates her to accept things in this day and age, accepting things from people like our Biblos? What happened to
Yeah,
instincts, what?
yeah, but I would say, I mean, Biblos was familiar to her because umngani wami wakhe, yabo. And ngathi bayajola, it seemed like uBiblos ujola na makwakhe, ujola na gogo.
But was that a relationship really?
Or
Or was it like some thug that
seemed
likes helping
It seemed like
umphakathi?
ngathi ujola na gogo, mara obviously we didn't see anything happening between yena
Yeah.
na gogo.
Yeah, that relationship
Yeah.
confused me. Yo.
Until simbona sekafuna lirato manje.
And you know, I think
Biblos.
another thing that surprised me is that like we cannot be in this day and age in the industry, especially SA, where we have when characters they have a dialogue written
Yeah.
in the script and then they have to perform it. They are overlapping so much that you don't know how you're listening. Remember that scene when the baby mama was talking to Biblos in the car?
Oh yeah.
Eh,
And they were talking over each other.
yeah. Oh wow, there was too much
Yeah.
overlapping because that can be done. That if you want them to overlap, they should be done in a sense that it doesn't annoy you.
Yeah.
You understand why she's shouting at him. He's saying, "I wanna, wada," you know.
Yeah, I think that's happening because I think this was for or most of the actors. They were given a free role. They were given freedom to improvise or to ad lib. Well,
Yeah.
personally, I hate ad libbing. I hate it, but sometimes
love
it
it.
works.
It works.
Sometimes it works, but for us, hi man, it sometimes they overshare and then it doesn't give me the correct emotion for the scene.
And that usually leads to people having too much dialogue. Because you end up saying a lot of things.
Yeah, at least choose one character. Say, okay, you can improvise. And you have to be sure that they can because Biblos was struggling there. Sometimes I'll move, he doesn't know what he wants to say.
And how did Biblos know Lerato's dream?
Because Lerato did nothing to show us what she wants to
She's
get
a
back to
passionate
dancing.
dancer. Let's say, see her dancing in the street with kids, and you're like, oh, okay, so we are eternal, and she's entertaining. How did he know the dream? Because to buy someone a studio or renting, I don't know, it's like you've seen.
Yeah, the studio thing, I think if it happened in a way, maybe someone approached her to say, can you teach my kids or something? Can you teach my kids how to dance? There's a competition coming. There's an upcoming competition. A piano dance, whatever the competition was called. I can't remember. A piano dance. And then they asked for her help. And then now they don't have a proper studio. And then she can go around looking for a student. And Biblos, I can sort you out.
That would have made sense.
But nothing like that happened. We just saw what Biblos in shower. Let's miss up Biblos.
Yeah, because even the auditions, when they were doing auditions, that scene was too much for me. I was like, okay, I don't know how they shot it and how they edited, they put it together. That scene made me dizzy. When they were doing the dancing auditions, where are they auditioning to? After these auditions, where are we going? What's the dream with these auditions? Like, editing had opportunities to put something cohesive. But they failed because there were scenes where she's looking at the camera and obviously approving or disproving of the dancers.
Yeah.
But the performance that were put together
was not
you're like,
corresponding
okay, this is the wrong reaction to
yeah.
that particular
the
dancer.
reaction was wrong. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was chaotic.
I think if maybe they stripped a lot from the movie and then focused on her dancing career, she's trying to get back to that, and also focused on Sipo's hip hop, or Anget, trying to get back to hip hop.
And also, what if they tried even
focus
to
on that? So
hip hop
cut Biblos
lovable.
out, cut the hijacking out, cut
preschool kids, private school,
cut the preschool
child
stuff, cut all of that shit out. Let's focus on these two meeting, and then they find out their dreams. They're trying to get back to their dreams, but then their dreams almost seems to match, and
Yeah.
then we see how that happens.
Yeah. They create magic together.
Yeah, not all of this other stuff that was in
Okay.
there.
I also have other questions. We have how Ekasi, people from Ekasi know everything about everyone. How did Lerato not know Usipho, ubaby mama wakhe umngani wakhe?
And umakhelwane.
What?
Baby mama umakhelwane.
Do you know how
She's a
gossip
neighbor
runs
to
emakasi?
Lerato. So, firstly, if they're from the same kasi,
Yeah.
she's supposed to know Sipho.
Yes.
And she's supposed to know
Usipho ujola naba.
Ujola Naban. Because if they're neighbors, well, she knows.
How that didn't make sense to me. Like, how did Ekasi?
No, sometimes babhala ngathi benta ngathi thina sidom lesibukela. What's it?
Oh, and then at the end, Sipho go, So now my favorite scene was when Upiblos tried to kiss Lerato, because I know behind the scenes it was awkward for the both of them, and I think it showed because it was very awkward. That I liked it.
Yeah, because it was meant to be.
Yeah. I hated that sex scene.
So yeah, the sex scene. Uthi Pablos. Anyway, this. Oh, Pablos. Yeah. So yeah, the sex scene. I don't know. They had to show it. We had to see.
I know.
It. But maybe the execution was not. But we had to see it.
Yeah.
Well,
and you know,
but still, I mean, okay, I don't mean to dwell into this, but yeah, almost at the end of that scene when let's say he was coming at that point, I think if maybe they started it from there, well, to see, would say, okay, they've done it.
And then she feels shame.
And then we see the shame.
And she feels dirty.
Yeah. We see the shame.
And also from her, no Biblos being intimate. And also we should have seen also the transition where the character is now gonna be intimate with Usipho now, in a more genuine relationship vibe. If we could see that now, maybe because with her and Biblos, Biblos was on top of her.
Yeah, yes.
If we could change now where they're in a relationship with Usipho, where now she's taking control of her sexuality and then she climbs on top of Usipho, and then they make this beautiful, powerful love. It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But obviously now there you're gonna show too much boobs, ass, everything. So so I liked that awkward scene, and yeah, man, I wish this was a series, a very limited series.
If it was, I know Mandla is very good with those. You remember he locked out, very good. So if this was a series, I think he could have done a better job than what happened here. Yeah.
And again, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to shoot something in 8 days, package it, and how does that work in terms of the quality?
But the corner like because he funded this. I mean, they funded this themselves, right? So usually my production company, they don't really have enough money to stretch production for longer. Yeah. So I mean, maybe maybe they have other reasons why, but for me, I understand because it was gonna drain them dry. They don't have enough. So yeah. So a budget like a channel or maybe streaming platforms, if they commission you, then I mean you can stretch it as long as maybe they can spare their money. But if you're shooting it yourself, it's gonna be a problem. So you're gonna have to do it quickly. But I would have loved for them to just cut out a lot from this. But it would have been easier to shoot.
Because now, when you look at the number of days they shot it, wouldn't it feel like it's microwaved to some people?
It does, because I mean,
it's
most
chaotic.
You can tell with some of this, because if you don't have the time maybe to reshoot some scenes, or to look at what you've done and maybe try to fix it or get the characters back to redo a scene or something. If you don't have time for that, you're gonna put whatever you have, and then some of the scenes that you have, or even some reactions, you can wish for maybe a different reaction from an actor.
It's already late.
But because now you don't have the money to reshoot this,
Yeah,
you have to just
as an actor, once they say it's a rap,
you
leave. You
go
go
home.
back to living your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if as a director or as a production company, if I call you back, I have to pay you, and if I'm funding this myself, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so that's it. It was a good film, honestly, but I wish they could have done more here and there. Actually, a lot. So how much would
it
you
was
rate?
not a good film. It was a good idea.
Yeah, good
It was a
idea.
good idea for a film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it didn't materialize. It didn't come across.
Because now even mere simple audience, they were like, nah.
No, this is not. Yeah.
Because you don't have to. Even once you remember the songs in a film, you always say, once you remember,
I remember the songs of the song that they play. If you remember, then it wasn't doing anything.
Forget.
It wasn't, because I mean the music is supposed to
Oh my
incite
gosh.
emotion. So if it's not doing that, then okay, I'm not watching the film. I'm listening
no.
to music.
Yeah, when I'm editing, cinematography, lighting, sounds, there was too much music there.
Yeah.
That was not supposed. Because I also feel like the music, that's another paycheck you don't necessarily need to emphasize piano.
So we don't know if they got. I mean, I don't know if that was licensed or they got the songs for free to have them in the movie.
Hey.
But if it was, then it was not necessary.
Yeah, it was an unnecessary budget, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you can't hype people with good songs and expect them to like the film.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that.
Because at the beginning, we have a series of
Oh my
Amapiano
god, my
songs.
favorite song was also playing there.
Yeah.
You know what? I see that. So how much would you rate?
Oh
my gosh. And then the message makes sense to that scene, but unnecessary paycheck, man. Because now you are messing up the quality of the storyline in essence to polish it with good music.
Yeah.
How much would you rate the film?
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Out of 10, 3.
3 out of 10. Okay.
I'm on
3 out of 10.
and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Okay. Now I would give it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Okay.
4. 5 because it's Black Brain, man. I love Black Brain.
So you're gonna give them 5?
Let's give them 5 because it's Black Brain. Because I'm sure now they're gonna reflect and then maybe do better in future. And now that they're on Netflix,
I mean another thing. I'm sure they know. They know.
Yeah.
All the comments that are coming out, or all the criticism that they're getting, they know. They know.
Yeah,
they know. I'm sure when they were watching it, they knew. And they were like, but we can't do anything now.
And if you have people in your circle that don't tell you the truth, but Baba, you could have those are not your true
now
people.
they know.
Okay.
They know. Yeah. So,
All right, I see Valeke.
Okay.
Thank you so much. See you in the next video.
Come on, again.